When a grieving single-dad veteran showed up at a funeral to pay respects to the men who once saved his life, guards blocked his way. They told him he didn't belong. What happened next shocked everyone, because a 4-star general halted the ceremony with just 2 words: the sky was gray that morning, heavy with the weight of memory. Flags were lowered to half-mast, soldiers stood in perfect formation, and the sound of distant drums carried through the air. Among the crowd was Daniel Carter, a single father and a retired veteran. His uniform no longer fit, his boots were worn, and his face carried the marks of battles, both on the field and in life. Daniel clutched his daughter Emily's small hand as he walked toward the military cemetery. He wasn't just there as a citizen, he had come to say goodbye to General Marcus Hale, the men who had once saved his entire unit in the desert, the men Daniel owed his very life to. But as Daniel approached the gates, 2 guards stepped in front of him. "Sorry, sir. This service is for officers, dignitaries, and family only." Daniel swallowed hard. "I served under him. I just want to pay my respects." The guard's eye scanned his worn jacket, his outdated medals pinned unevenly. "You don't have clearance." Emily's small voice broke the silence. "But my daddy fought with the general, he's his friend." Still, the guards didn't move. The humiliation cut deep. Daniel had survived war, lost comrades, raised his daughter alone after losing his wife, yet here he stood, denied the chance to honor the men who had once been his lifeline. Other mourners walked past, politicians in black suits, high-ranking officers polished with medals shining. Daniel's presence seemed invisible to them, just another forgotten soldier who had given too much and received too little. Inside, the funeral began. The sound of rifles firing in salute echoed, and Daniel stood outside the gates, his heart breaking. Memories flooded him, Marcus Hale pulling him from burning wreckage, Marcus shouting, "Stay alive, Carter. Your daughter needs you." And now, he couldn't even say goodbye. Just as Daniel turned away, head bowed in defeat, a sudden silence swept over the crowd inside. The ceremony had stopped. The commanding officer's voice broke the stillness. "Hold the line." Ceremony paused. All eyes turned as a tall, silver-haired 4-star general, General Raymond Scott, stepped forward. His gaze locked on Daniel. "Is that Daniel Carter?" he asked aloud. The guards stiffened. "Sir, he has no clearance." "Stand down," General Scott ordered sharply. His voice carried authority that could silence a battlefield. Gasps rippled through the mourners as the general himself walked toward the gate. He placed his hand on Daniel's shoulder. "You think Marcus would rest easy knowing the men he once dragged out of fire was left standing outside?" Daniel's eyes widened, his throat tightening. "Sir, I just wanted to say goodbye." General Scott nodded. "Then you'll do it with honor." The gates opened, not just for Daniel, but for Emily as well. The general took Emily's hand and led them both inside, past the rows of officers and dignitaries. The soldiers shifted, saluting as Daniel walked forward. For the first time in years, Daniel felt seen, not as a broken veteran, but as a man who had once given everything. As the flag was folded and presented, General Scott motioned for Daniel. "This man," he announced, "wasn't family by blood, but Marcus Hale considered him a brother. He belongs here as much as any of us." Tears welled in Daniel's eyes as he finally knelt before Hale's casket. He whispered, "Thank you, sir, for everything." The crowd was silent, moved not by titles or ranks, but by the bond of sacrifice and loyalty. And as Emily laid a single white rose on the coffin, the lesson became clear: true honor isn't about power or privilege, it's about remembering those who gave us life, and standing for them when no one else will. Sometimes, the greatest salute isn't given by the highest ranks, but by the ones whose lives were forever changed. Never forget those who fought for you, even when the world does.